dear viewers, today's video comes to you from the ground and in two parts. 1. A brief history of the evolution of the domestic dog. 2. An angry rant about the choices we made when we started the selective breeding of the domestic dog. There are a lot of mysteries surrounding the origin of the domestic dog. The leading mysteries are how it came to be in our hands and from whereabouts it came. Could they have been scavengers following the nomadic tribes that slowly slipped themselves into our lives? Or could it have been human intervention? Early humans pilfering wolf puppies from their mothers. Are they descended from European wolves or East Asian wolves? Perhaps the two species met and crossbred. Whatever the case, it's relatively well agreed upon that proto-dog looked a lot different from modern domestic dog. My favorite difference between proto-dog and modern dog is the height of their skulls. You'll see this in most dog breeds, and I'll get to the exception later, but dogs have a very pronounced stop on their faces, whereas wolves have a more sloping stop. I see one or two reasons for this. Reason 1, humans asked a lot from the domestic dog. Proto-dog had to follow basic commands, hunt, exterminate, defend the tribe, and learn how to read human body language so it could stay on our good side. Reason 2, humans, actually all mammals, know to instinctively protect their young. They know their young by many distinct features, 2 of which are large eyes and large foreheads. That's why, no matter what species of mammal, we'll always find their babies always make us aww. And that's why I think that humans find this friendlier than this. As proto-dog evolved, societies became more complex and civilizations started to rise. Humans began to breed proto-dog for different tasks like herding and transportation. Now, as the hierarchy of needs states, once you have your basic needs, food, shelter, law, you're going to want a companion to go along with it. This brings me to the invention of the companion dog. Companion breeds are a unique dog breed because they have no standard for physical appearance. They were bred to be cute and friendly. Now, in the upcoming rant, I'm going to mention some dog breeds that aren't companion dogs, such as terriers. This is because I think, for the most part, companion dogs have suffered the most from breeding for fashion. Now, it's impossible to know what the average dog breed looks like because there's no default breed, but if I had to wager a guess, I'd think that the average dog breed would probably look something like this. Dogs who have been strays for several generations have become jacks of all trades. They're not quite big, not quite small, they're just sort of average looking. The ones I'm about to rant about are not. They were bred away from the breed average to extreme forms that you would never see occurring naturally in nature. Naturally in nature. I'm now going to play a mythological historical figure, a jerkface who came up with all of the ideas for breeding dogs for fashion. I want a dog that can fit in my lap. I don't care if we're accidentally breeding in a Napoleon complex. I want teeny weeny puppies. Yes. Excellent. No. We can go smaller! Good, very good. Hey, you know how dogs communicate through body language? And most of that body language is communicated with the tail? To hell with it! Weight distribution? What's that? You know what I really hate. That little thing between the dog's eyes, that forehead stop thing. Yes, let's get rid of that. That's better. Sure, we had to inbreed the dog so much that it now has obsessive-compulsive disorder, but who cares? It's sexy! Fellows, this is the one they'll remember me for. Brachycephalic breeds. I can make up any silly word I want. I'm evil. Brachiocephalic breeds will have broad, short faces. Everything from the Pekingese to the Cocker Spaniel. Brachiocephalic breeding will bring the nose so close to the face that they can hardly breathe. They'll be incapable of sleeping without snoring. You'll have to clean the bacteria out of their wrinkles with cotton swabs, or else they'll start smelling like fish. Let us make their nasal cavity so short that they won't be able to cool down by panting, and they'll have to be hospitalized for overheating. And don't think I've forgotten about you, English bulldog or pug. You get your own category. Extreme brachiospheritic. Let's breed it so that it often has to give birth with the help from an oxygen mask or a C-section. It will make it traumatic for the mother and the puppies. Puppy mortality rate mothers will be unconscious or drugged during the process and less likely to breastfeed her litter. Genius, I say! Bloody genius! What a jerk. And the spirit of that mythological, historical jerkface lives on in the spirit of the Ugliest Dog competition, which is celebrating 13 years and being televised on Animal Planet. Now, while I think it's all well and good to show love for your weird-looking puppy, this is where I get really, really angry. Some of the contestants don't coincidentally just wind up with the ugliest dog in the world. Nope. They're breeders. They start out with a Chinese crested or a Mexican hairless, I honestly can't tell the difference, and they breed it to have easily irritated or sunburnt skin, have shallow teeth that fall out and make the dog unable to keep its tongue in its mouth, blindness, and finally, and I am not making this up, I swear on my mother's life, they have bred the eye sockets to be so shallow that there have been recorded cases of dogs sneezing their eyes out. So I say to you, ugly dog competition breeders, kill yourselves. And that's the rant. I want you to know that I honestly have nothing against most dog breeds. It's just the ones that compromise the dog's health and happiness that make me angry. And it's a sad but true fact that dogs aren't the only animals that have suffered from selective breeding. In 2009, the BBC asked Crufts to change the 14 most at-risk breed of dogs. After a lengthy battle, Crufts conceded to change the breed standard for the English Bulldog. The new breed standard for the Bulldog will have a leaner body, longer legs, and blessedly, a longer muzzle. The small changes caused a loud outcry from English Bulldog breeders who threatened to take legal action. The whole thing makes me wonder if we need to change the breed standard for what it means to be a dog lover. Brachiocephalic breed. Excuse me. I'm sorry I'm worrying you, Hildy, but you have to get out of the shots. I'm sorry.